Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading. So every other week I do married, single, anything in between, and the other week I do completely single. Let's have a look and see what's coming in. Aries singles, what is it you need to know? Okay, Five of Blades. Yeah, there's been some sort of, well, it could be mixed messages and mixed signals, but sometimes it's just frustration, likely different for everyone, but it's often disappointment. Yeah, some sort of disappointment here. Something wasn't fair. Yeah, it's a lack of harmony, a lack of balance. Something isn't fair here. Yeah, a little confusion, illusion, things that are unknown. Something deeply emotional disappointment. Yeah, it could be someone who, a little bit of fear. It could be trust issues too. So it has to do with harmony. We'll see what happens here. Aries, what is it you need to know? Yeah, Two of Stones. Someone here is doing a little inner struggle. See, it's an internal struggle. Should I or shouldn't I? Yeah, someone here, should I or shouldn't I? Yeah, let's see what's going on, Aries. Yeah, someone's a little bit stuck here. It's a person focusing on one thing too much. You can see there's a person sitting on the bench with the camera, and what this person's doing is they're looking at this bird. It's about communication. See, they're focused on the bird. They're not seeing anything else that's going on. Yeah. They're not seeing anything else. Someone's pointing too, like, look over there. Nope, they're focused. Someone's focused on one thing. And it could be someone keeping themselves stuck and single. It could be someone robbing Peter to pay Paul as well here. But it has to do with someone here, should I or shouldn't I? Is this person right for me? Because it is about being single. See, there's been disappointment. Some of you have had a lot of disappointments. But look, there's opportunity. See, this is someone seeing opportunity. There's an opportunity here. The moon is confusion, illusion. It's a little bit of fear. See, it's about connecting emotionally. Some little fear of connecting, whether someone's right for someone or not. And it is someone who's that inner struggle. Very internal. Let's have a look at the Five of Blades. Yeah, see, it has to do with someone is keeping it all in. They're keeping something to themselves. Some of you already know the answers you're seeking. But it has to do with trust, possible trust issues. It could be yourself, but like I say, I feel it's someone else. Because it's a person struggling inside. Yeah. Keeping it all in, keeping it to themselves. It's in a situation about a situation that wasn't fair. And then I see the house and the home. So it's an energy of a strong financial foundation, a reason to celebrate. So I do feel there's been a lot of disappointments here. Someone who's been disappointed a lot. So I do feel it is possibly being able to trust. Let's have a look at Justice. Yeah, it's about someone getting out there, seeing the bigger picture, putting themselves out there. Someone's afraid of putting themselves out there. And I do feel emotionally, someone's kind of in protective mode. It could be protecting their financial foundation. Someone here could be robbing Peter to pay Paul too, trying to keep that to themselves. Often this is someone who kind of suffers in silence, but there's been so much disappointment. Yeah, but I do think it's something there's change here. I can feel the change coming. This is someone seeing the bigger picture, happy home, happy life. See, it's about being emotionally fulfilled. Yeah, someone here is guarded, defensive, afraid to, this is someone who's afraid to let someone in. See, afraid to let someone in. It's someone who often pushes people away, but it has to do with someone who needs to let their guard down a little bit. Let's have a look at the Two of Stones. Yeah, the Empress. See, this is the Empress. This is someone available. See, putting yourself out there. If you got someone who's blocked you or keeps pushing you away, like I say, a lot of disappointment, but it's about being able to trust. This is someone who's healed. So I do feel you are protecting yourself, though, but I do feel this energy of being open, letting people know you're open, you're available. Yeah, so you have to trust your inner knowing. feel like you probably, whoever this person is, it's an energy of knowing. Yeah, you know. It's internal, keeping it in. But like I say, it's an energy of somebody who lets people know they're open, available. Yeah, look at that. See, I see stability, but it's an energy of having a partner. This is getting out there someplace social, could be a place. I see someplace maybe close to home. But I do think some of you are really sticking to yourselves because you've been really disappointed. Now, either you're pushing people away and you're afraid to let them in because you've had so many disappointments. But little guarded, defensive. It's not you, it's the other person. Yeah, see, it's about interest. See, there's an energy of someone here in this energy of interest. Some of you are protecting your heart, your own interests too. But it's about being patient. Some of you I feel like you're not putting all your eggs in one basket here too. Because I feel like you're just open and kind of see what's coming your way here. But there are opportunities. Yeah, you're open. The Empress is someone who's open to other options, opportunities. If you have someone you've been patient with and you're constantly disappointed, this is just about putting yourself out there. And it could be too where you see this is someone who probably just wasn't right for you. See, it's an energy of five of, this is a lack of, this disappointment, but it's somebody who probably just wasn't right for you anyway. Yeah, getting yourself out there, you're open. Yeah, you got a King of Cups coming in. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you got someone who's longing for love, crushing. So it's about two people letting each other in emotionally. Yeah, it's about being emotionally available. But this is someone who knows a good thing when they see it. So there's interest. Someone being patient. But this is someone also, again, like I say, someone who doesn't put all their eggs in one basket. A little bit of caution here, but yeah, see, it's about cooperation, compromise, compatibility, doing things together. Someone's kind of fantasizing, romanticizing. It's about getting together, spending time together. Yeah, so some of you definitely have someone who, I mean, it is a person who's emotionally available. This is someone just gonna have to let their guard down, but it's about letting each other in emotionally. It's about being able to connect on that emotional level. Yeah, so it does look like there is interest. There's someone around you. It could be a place where you go, but you see this someone protecting everything here, protecting their investments, their heart. It's often someone who's protecting their heart, but there's interest, yeah. There's often patience. Just like I say, I feel some of you, you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, but this is someone coming in. It's about spending time doing things together. Do you want to do something? Do you want to get together? It's a crush. It's someone who longs for love. But they are, like I say, they are a little afraid of letting someone in. Yeah. Like I say, disappointment. Someone who's been manipulated, mind games, whatever it may be. Somebody with a little Pisces energy. Let's have a look at that. It could be both of you for that matter, but I definitely see Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Tell me about the High Priestess. Oops, that's coming out. Yeah, it's a whole new romantic cycle beginning. Some of you have gotten off of an emotional roller coaster with someone. Mixed messages, signals, whatever it is. Like I say, there's been a lot of disappointment, but look at that. You've got good luck timing. Ooh, this is nice. This is a whole new cycle here. Someone wants to get together. They want to spend time. Yeah, they fantasize of doing it with you. Yes, they do. But it's two people who build each other up. You build up each other's confidence. See, this is about forming a bond, connecting. So there's definitely an attraction here. But I wouldn't be surprised some of you have choices. And I do think you're going to keep that to yourself, you know, until you're sure. I feel like you're just a little, I mean, the Seven of Wands is often someone who's just a little guarded and defensive. I feel like you're being careful what you believe because you've been deceived before. Yeah, lots of disappointment. Yeah, look at that. We have the Emperor. So that come out right here. So we have an Emperor here. So this is someone overcoming this. Letting the guard down. See, letting someone in. Yeah, so someone who often pushes people away because they've been deceived. And it's trust issues. So, but I feel it's about this Emperor. This is someone here who's definitely getting ready to put themselves out there again. someone who's, I feel it's about being able to trust, to let someone in, but they're seeing the Queen of Cups, someone who's emotionally available. There's a lot of kindness, compassion. Yeah, see, it's about harmony. It's all about coming in right. It's about being fair. See, this is someone I feel who's definitely has trust, and there's been so much disappointment. I feel both of you. You've been very disappointed in the past, but it's about being able to trust again. But it's about someone coming in right, doing things the right way. It's about being fair. So I see harmony between two people. Yeah, there's definitely a possibility. Someone knows a good thing when they see it. Someone who's kind and compassionate, someone who cares, someone who's emotionally available. But it is somebody who I feel has, it's a person who recognizes basically when someone's right for them or not. I mean, it's an emperor. We have an emperor and empress here. The emperor is the person who has to make this happen. They're going to make this happen. Let's have a look at the empress. This is someone open to receive, so you don't have to do anything, but they have been kind of procrastinating. It's whether or not you're actually interested in them or not. I feel this person's kind of not sure. Or do they love me? Do they not? Are they interested or not? Yeah. But they do fantasize. I do see romance too, being romantic. This is someone who can be very generous. They like to buy gifts, but it's often an emperor. So it's often someone who doesn't come in very emotional at first. So it's telling you to be a little patient for this person to open up, to let their guard down. I wouldn't be surprised, both of you, because I see that for both. But the interesting part is this is someone who'll show you they like you. They'll give you little gifts and do nice things. Now, you may have done this with someone to let them know that you like them, you care. But you're going to come together and spend a little time together. Yeah, doing things together, spending time. Yeah, it's all about a bond of friendship, but you really want to watch out for someone who's just focused on the physical. Make sure that there's harmony. See, it's balanced. Somebody here balancing that head and heart energy too. Yeah. Tell me about the Empress. Yeah, so you're about to receive a pentacle. So this is someone following through, laying a foundation. They come in right. So you got a person who comes in right. It's an energy of someone who makes some kind of commitment to spend time together, to do things. See, this is the Four of Pentacles coming off. Some of you have someone who wouldn't budge and wouldn't give in. They didn't want to budge and give in. But this is about being patient. And this is somebody coming in, laying down that foundation, offering the pentacle, making some kind of a commitment. Let's have a look at the sevens. Now, some of you have had a lot of disappointments. Yeah, you've dealt with a lot of players, sneaky people. Often all isn't what it seems. It's often someone who's very insecure. And it's sometimes a person who kind of sneaks away. They need to get in touch with their innermost feelings. But just be careful of someone who has secrets where they, this is why I feel some of you have been disappointed. You've had players, people who aren't really interested in you, for the right reasons. So it's all about being a little bit patient here. Yeah, but this is the energy of being deceived. See, some of you have been deceived by someone who plays games. They're sneaky. So that's where I feel. But this person is someone who comes in, they put their best foot forward. And I do think you're weighing the pros and the cons, comparing one to the other. You're not going. If you have two, you're definitely not going to give in to one of these people, because they're I just feel sneaky. I mean, it's often just deep insecurities. Okay, but you have an emperor coming in. So I feel like you're going to compare one to the other. And it could be someone comparing you to someone else as well. Yeah. Seven of Swords is someone who's trying to figure someone out. They're trying to figure out how to kind of get away with something here. So whatever you do, protect yourself. Look out for yourself. Someone here could be, some of you have had someone who's kept secrets. They had other options, opportunities. See, it's okay to have other options, but once there's some sort of commitment. See, you've got a person here, I feel, has a fear of commitment. They won't ever commit to anything. But this other person comes in right. And it's an emperor. The emperor's the one making this happen. So I feel the emperor's dealt with this similar energy. Tell me more about the emperor. What is this person's intentions? What are this person's intentions? Yeah, to put an end to a situation. So this is someone who's ending something. Yeah, so they're ending it. A little Scorpio energy. They could be ending things with a Scorpio, but they're ending it because it's someone who's just not right. Someone who keeps probably pushing them away. They sneak away. They come back around. Yeah, it's just deception, dishonesty. There's trust issues. Oh my goodness. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you yourself here, Queen of Swords, you're going to be very discerning, speaking your truth. You're not a pushover. So I feel like you're figuring someone out. See, this is where you figure it out, you know. This is your inner knowing, being very much aware you already know. You know the answer you're seeking to. I do feel like there's someone here who's kind of sneaky. Yeah. So you've been, both of you, I feel two people, Emperor and Empress, you've both been deceived before. You've both had a lot of disappointment. So this is where I feel you're seeing the truth in a situation. You're speaking your truth, doing your due diligence. You're definitely not going to budge and give in to someone until you spend time together to see if you're compatible, the things you have in common. But definitely, if you're comparing one to the other, this person doesn't compare. Yeah, the Emperor's the one making something happen, though. They're ending a situation with someone here. Someone who's just not right. Could be just not the right person, but it's someone who keeps pushing them away. Someone who won't let them in. They keep pushing them away, then they come back around. Yeah. It's insecure. Sometimes people do this because of insecurities. All isn't always what it seems, but like I say, it's if you're feeling indecisive, take off the blindfold to see. Yeah, to see. And I do think you see very clearly. So this is, I feel like some of you definitely have a person who is very indecisive, unable to move forward because of deception. Yeah. So there we have, some of you are definitely single. Somebody here is learning here. Somebody here is definitely learning. They know that you're single, or you know this person is. You're speaking truth. You're going to be doing your due diligence. I don't think you're going to budge and give in. You're protecting yourself. I think you dealt with somebody who was a player. They just wanted to be single. But it's interesting because the Emperor's the one ending a situation. Some things are not right. It feels off. Someone who's hiding something. But there's the person coming in to ask you out. See, this is someone leveling up too. I see going on a date. Yeah, seeing the truth, a little aha moment. Yeah, so I do see a victory, a truth. Yeah, so this is somebody who's just going to tell you. But it's about being enlightened. See, you're being enlightened or you're speaking truth. Now, this could even be another person telling someone here, enlightening them. Yeah, well, there's been a lot of deception, dishonesty, trust issues. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Definitely there's some Gemini, Libra energy. Yeah, see, someone who doesn't follow through. Some of you have been disappointed, someone who never follows through. So it's somebody probably coming in to talk to you about this. But I wonder if I don't see people in the same social circle. I just see somebody here is looking at things differently. Something wasn't fair. See, it has to do with being able to trust. Someone keeping it all in, keeping it to themselves, but someone's feeling very positive, happy, putting themselves out there. So I do think it's just a person being careful what they believe. You have a person who's definitely, I feel, ending a situation with someone who's not right. Yeah, releasing it. It's not meant to be. It is what it is. Yeah, I definitely see the energy. Yeah, this is somebody here who wants to be indulged. Fill my cup, right? Give me what I want. But then they never commit. They never follow through. So I feel like both of you have something. You both dealt with deception, dishonesty. So I do think both of you are going to take a little time letting each other in. But I definitely see that little aha moment, with that moment of truth, enlightenment, someone being enlightened here. And it could be someone else telling someone. Yeah, see, it has to do with someone taking the lead. It has to do with the person who's in control of their emotions. So you've got a person who's coming in right. Some of you have dealt with people who don't come in right. And I do feel it is what it is. It's not meant to be. You know, one of these situations doesn't serve you. It's someone who doesn't have your best interest at heart, but you have a person here who does. And I feel it's going to go both ways. But this person's confident. They have confidence and self-control. Some of you have taken your power back by someone and cut them out. But this person who comes in, this person's different. They're taking the lead too, but they're in control of their emotions. They feel confident. They already know what they want. They're emotionally available. This is someone who's ready. Yeah. But they are fantasizing and romanticizing and being with you. But I do see being romantic, going on a date. See, this is someone who will pick you up, take you home. They'll keep you safe. See, they have your best interest at heart. They'll pick you up and take you home and keep you safe. The other person I felt that you dealt with, it's where you always felt like you probably needed to protect yourself. So I don't think you're going to be giving in. It's an energy of not giving in to someone. Yeah. But this is someone who doesn't follow through. So you've got someone who doesn't follow through. They're apprehensive. They don't know really what they want. I think there's just a lot of reminiscing here. Yeah, someone who's here for the good times. See, you got a person who focuses on self. It's all about me, here for the good times, not a long time. So I don't think it's going to be too hard for you to figure this out or decide. Yeah, because there's definitely an energy of someone who's leaving someone behind because they just talk about themselves. They focus on self. It's all about me. They don't really stick around. They don't really know what they want. Yeah. But that's why I kind of feel for the Empress energy comparing one to the other. Nothing compares. There's nothing compares here. Yeah, I see what's going on. Yeah, I see someone no longer talking, no longer giving to this person. Yeah. But that person's cheap. They don't want to give anything. They don't want to give anything. And if you reach out, they don't reciprocate anyway. Because they're not getting what they want. So it's an energy of telling the difference between someone who has your best interests at heart or someone who's just here for the good times. Yeah, they're more interested in what you can give them. They're definitely not. The King of Cups with this Emperor is someone who is very generous. Of course, they have expectations. See, it's about what two people are expecting. Both people have expecting someone to reciprocate. To me, it's about being fair. It's about respect. But it's also an energy of self-respect. So this is someone who has a lot of self-respect. Both people, Emperor and Empress. Interesting. But yeah, this is someone who will keep you safe. They'll pick you up and take you home. Yeah, someone here this is someone with a big ego. So I feel like some of you have someone who's more interested in what you can provide them than what they can provide for you. One of them is someone who's more focused on what they can provide you. So you can see, and it goes both ways. Interesting. Yeah, I think you're going to break free from this energy too, because this is someone who's just playing the field, dating lots of people. They don't really know what they want. This other person knows what they want, a happy home, happy life. They want to be fulfilled. You're about to get your cup filled. Yeah, you got a person who's definitely taken the lead here. So I think what you have too is you get emperors. They often get chased because of what they can provide. Emperors often get chased a lot. They can provide. So this is somebody who's ending something with someone who doesn't have their best interest at heart. So it is an emperor who's breaking free, but this is where you're getting your cup filled. This person's coming in. They're just going to swoop right in here. You know, they just kind of come in out of the blue. So someone who knows what they want, but it's someone clearing out their past. Yeah, they speak truth. Somebody with good morals and values. This is someone just going to tell you, see, being enlightened, speaking truth, telling you the situation that just wasn't going the distance. Yeah, this isn't going anywhere, right? Yeah, they're just going to tell you. They just lay it all on the table, put the cards on the table. It'll be, this person's attitude is it'll be what it'll be, but they are so not interested in someone who's only interested in what they can provide. This is someone who wants love. And it's about being emotionally available. So some of you have definitely dealt with people who are emotionally unavailable. Always remember an Emperor will often come in with that energy. If you can be patient for a little bit, this person will open up emotionally and let you in. But it's about being able to trust. It's about learning to be able to trust. But this is someone who's been played a few times. People who come in for the good times. Yeah, here for the good time, not a long time. Just speak your truth. It is what it is. And I actually feel like you're going to talk to this person. See, these are two people I feel who've learned a lot of lessons. You both have experience. You might even share some of your experiences, but I really feel like this is someone, it's about being patient with each other and to let that guard down, to be able to trust. It's about, I feel, learning to trust again. But there's definitely this person, they will open up. It won't take a whole lot of time. It's like energy of being discerning, questions. Yeah, so someone looking at things from a whole different perspective. You've likely been checking each other out, but it's a whole different perspective. See, this is someone taking a pause going, aha. See, don't chase after them. For starters, if you don't chase them, then they'll know. Yeah, someone who gets chased, and probably the Empress too, but it's all about what two people can provide for each other. See, spending time together, doing things together. It's an energy of definitely a love and a bond, but it's two people who work together. They build each other up. They lift each other up. Yeah, it's all about all I feel is just that confidence. And there is desire, there's an attraction. This is somebody here. Do they love me? Do they not? Or are they attracted to me or not? So that's what this Emperor's doing here. But if your type is someone who's usually emotionally unavailable, it's telling you to look at why people are drawn to you. I mean, some people aren't emotionally, they don't wear their hearts on their sleeve. They don't put themselves out there all emotional. It does take some people a little time. So that's where I feel a little patience here. But yeah, I do think it's two people here. This person's definitely gone within. See, they're looking at the bright side. They're going, aha. Yeah, they're not chasing them, you see. We have an Empress. They like that. Yeah, this is someone about to make a decision. See, out with the old. This is someone who's ending somebody. Out with the old, in with the new. They're making this happen. They're coming your way. Whoever they are. Wow, yeah, they're leaving all this lack behind. See, competition, conflict, drama. Someone who creates a lot of drama. Somebody who doesn't have a lot of money. They're just interested in what this person can provide. They're very negative. See, low vibrational. So this is about both of you. Out with the old, in with the new. You have got something really decent coming in here. So it is an energy of judgment. It is healing, but it's shedding all that. And someone here is letting go of all their options too. See, this is somebody who's making a big decision here. Jealousy, conflict, competition, negativity, all that drama. Yeah. Yeah, it was painful. It's over, but it's an Emperor rising like the phoenix from the ashes. In fact, I see the Empress. See, the Empress doesn't chase. This is someone who has self-respect and self-worth. So you really got this person's attention. They're very interested. But yeah, they will likely come in appearing to be a little cold at first, but I'm going to tell you, it'll be very temporary energy once this person knows. Yeah, I think it's both of you. I feel like you both dealt with a lot of disappointments. There's trust issues, but it's all about learning to trust again. Look at that. Go with the flow. See where this goes. This is someone closing out a chapter. See, ready to move forward. This is beautiful. Yeah, see, just kind of go with the flow. Let's just spend some time together, see if we're compatible. We need, learn about each other. I do think you're going to have a lot of interesting conversations. This person's definitely are someone who keeps their emotions to themselves, and they don't tell someone how they feel right away. Nobody, and that's about expecting, so don't expect. If you expect somebody to share feelings right away, like they're supposed to fall in love with you right away, you may be... you might want to tone that down a little bit. But definitely it's an energy of someone who will show you they like you at first and do little gifts, do nice things. Do you want to get together? Do you want to do things together? Yeah, I think there's going to be compatibility. There's definitely desire, attraction. little fantasizing and romanticizing. See, yeah, be a little bit of patient here, but it's about waiting for the one, waiting for the right person. The right person's often worth waiting for, but you know, an Empress only waits for so long. And I do see this person's very much aware of that. They know, they have experience. But yeah, this is someone making decisions that are right for themselves too. But they are an energy of being fair to the other person. This is definitely someone leaving someone behind who does not have their best interest at heart. Yeah. Yeah, they're playing it safe and being cautious. But see, it's about filling someone's cup. You know, it's an energy of this person here giving this person what they want, chasing after them. This is someone who gets a lot of unwanted attention, I feel. Yeah. So this is someone with their arms crossed a little, like, yeah, well, I'm not going to let you in. I'm not letting you in till I know I can trust you. And that's what it's all about. Wow. Well, there you go. Ooh, look at that. See, Queen of Pentacles. Someone being patient and gracious, very calm. Someone who's focused on self. Someone who looks out for themselves. I do see creative pursuits, but this is someone creating opportunity. So I do think they're going to create the opportunity. And I do think this is someone thinking romantic too. And that's another thing. Should it be romantic or not? Because I do see friends first. The Empress often just wants friends first. This person will cooperate and compromise. It's kind of like whatever makes you happy. I think they just want to spend some time with you. They want to go with the flow. Definitely closing out a chapter. See, out with the old. If there's options or opportunities or people they've been dating, they'll be letting them go. But I do see beautiful change. I see this is actually really, really positive, but it's an energy of someone who, see, focusing on their money, just staying grounded, being sensible. I do think there's someone here you don't see a future with. And I do think you're going to just kind of see where this goes. Some of you are going to just kind of wait and see what happens and see where this goes. But it's all about just being grounded and practical. Yeah. See what happens. And I like it. See, expanding your horizons, someone who keeps themselves busy doing other things. You have and I do see an energy of success too. See, goals and things that you want to achieve. I do think you have a person here who would keep you from the things you want to achieve. But the other person here, I feel they have your best interest at heart. Whatever makes you happy. Yeah, it's an energy of someone who lets go of control too. See, emperors know they don't have to control anything. But what I feel is we have two people who will be making decisions together. See, this is where it'll speed up. It'll kind of go a little slow at first, and then it'll speed up and gain momentum. I do see a lot of talking. A lot of talk. It is an energy of kind of feeling a little overwhelmed too. Sometimes if someone feels it's too good to be true, you know, feel a little overwhelmed. But I do think things are going to get busy and this will pick up. So I just see a lot of talk, a lot of talking, a lot of text messages back and forth. See, it's about whether someone's reliable, if they pull their weight. This is someone see, there's no baggage. We got an Emperor and Empress. There's no baggage here. This is where the sun shines. But yeah, someone here is rising like the phoenix from the ashes. Could be the Empress, could be the Emperor. But this is a whole new chapter. So take care, Aries. I wish you the best. Okay, choose wisely, think things through. But it's telling you to just be patient. Expand your horizons, focus on you. Just do your own thing. When this person's ready, they'll come in. Because the Knight of Cups is where the right person waits till someone's ready to either ask them out or to tell them how they feel. So if you try to rush somebody or you try to push them or pressure them, often this is where somebody will push someone away. So it's about no pressure. And that goes both ways. See, the tables are turning. You've got someone coming in. Really nice. Things are about to go in your favor. Yeah, it has to do with things kind of going slow at first. Then the emotions start to flow. The communication starts to flow. And then things will be speeding up. And I wouldn't be surprised some of you have multiple opportunities. Like I say, just keep it to yourself. There's no commitment. But like I say, it's just about just kind of going with the flow and see what happens. I feel like you've got this. Just expand your horizons is what it's saying. You know, if someone keeps you waiting too long and they're dragging their feet and you feel like something is off, they're not your type, whatever it is, then you just move on and let them go. Simple as that. But it's all about looking to see if someone's sincere. See, I think what we're going to have is two people here who kind of decide together. You're going to decide together, and I do see speaking your truth to just kind of take it slow. Definitely seeing company, companionship here. Yeah. But it will speed up, because believe me, this person does fantasize of doing it with you. But like I say, they have self-control, and Empress have self-control. They've mastered that. So no pressure. Yeah. So like I say, it's all about expectations. And some of you are disappointed. I do think the person that you're expecting to come in, I don't think is going to, but I do think you have this other person. Yeah. Someone around you in some way in your world, but this could change your world. Like, this is quite lovely. Bye for now.